President of Judicial Watch Tom Fitton is calling on Attorney General Merrick Garland to resign if the pardon by Joe Biden for his son Hunter was political. One America's John Hines has more from Washington.
We are speaking with the president of Judicial Watch, President Tom Fitton. And sir, President Joe Biden has issued a broad pardon for his son Hunter Biden on tax and gun charges, saying that his prosecution was, quote, politically motivated. Was this a politically motivated prosecution in your view, sir?
Well, in the sense that it was restricted, yes. In the sense that it was selective in being that only Hunter was targeted in a narrow way to avoid bringing in Joe, yeah, it was political. Of course, it wasn't political the way he suggests it was. And if it was, then Attorney General Garland should resign today. Because what he's saying is that Garland is committing a corrupt act. His people were committing corrupt acts in prosecuting Hunter as far as they did.
So is there hypocrisy in this pardon, do you suppose?
Oh, it's full of misleading statements, false statements in the material attached to the official pardon, talking about the political prosecution and how this is all about Hunter's addiction issues. Look, Joe was running a racketeering operation with Hunter and other family members, and they did their darndest to keep that secret and to keep the Justice Department from prosecuting him fully for that, because it would have implicated Joe Biden personally. And so that's the scandal of this story. And this, in that context, this pardon is just one element of the racketeering operation, abuse of official office to protect and advance his criminal personal interests. So
you feel, Tom, then that this pardon of Hunter Biden, the president's son, is actually a way for the president himself to sort of protect himself from any prying eyes, any further investigation, by getting this sort of just in the background off the front pages?
Yeah. On the other hand, I don't know if Joe Biden's competent. So who knows what this pardon's about, other than it was written by Hunter's lawyers to be as broad as possible, potentially in an unconstitutional way. Typically, pardons are for particular offenses. And so for 10 years, he's been pardoned for federal crimes, both known and unknown. That ain't normal under our system, and it could be subject to challenge.
So in terms of the timing, do you suppose this is perhaps because I think Hunter was supposed to be sentenced in the gun charges, I think, here in the next couple of days, and then I think next week he was supposed to be sentenced in those with regard to those tax charges out in California. Do you suppose that's why the timing of this came up here just this weekend?
Yeah, it's easier politically to put forward a pardon, however outrageous it is, before the jail sentences are imposed than after the jail sentences are imposed. So if he were facing XX number of years, and it's not even clear he would have been facing any significant jail time yet, it would have been politically more difficult. But in the end, you know, the pardon power is largely unreviewable. I think it is this pardon deficient in the sense that it ought not to constrain further investigations, not only of Hunter, but of Joe and his family. But to me, it's a perfect bookend and really completes the arc of corruption that is the Biden crime family.
Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton, thank you for talking to us on One America News, sir. It's a pleasure.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.